We've all landed on those websites that feel less like a helpful guide and more like a chaotic pinball machine, right? Lights flashing, bells dinging, and your attention is ricocheting all over the place. Today, we're talking about why simplicity isn't just beautiful, it's essential for keeping your audience from getting lost in the game. Let's explore 3 ways to avoid these mistakes and get your website to actually work for you. Ready? Hey Mystics, I'm Lisa Stewart, your intuitive business guide. I've been designing websites for over 30 years, eventually becoming website design lead for Fortune 100 companies, small businesses, and nonprofits. So let's dive into the first principle of website design. So, why is simplicity a power move in website design? Now, let's be real. The second we get inspired, we want to do the most, especially on our homepage. Animations, fonts, all the things. But when it comes to design, simple wins. Every time. Think of your homepage as the front door to your business, or better, a magazine cover. You want to give your visitor one clear message, one clear step, and maybe a bit of vibe. That's it. No chaos and no glitter cannon. Simplicity isn't boring, it's strategic. When you overload your homepage with motion, noise, and too many colors, 5 different fonts, you're creating what's called cognitive overload. That's just a fancy way of saying, my brain doesn't know where to look, so I'm out. Here's how it shows up. Too much text at once. A nav menu that feels like a choose your own adventure, fonts that look cute but aren't readable, animations that don't serve a purpose except to scream, look at me! And yeah, it's basically like being dropped into a pinball machine. Lights flashing, sounds dinging, and your focus is bouncing everywhere. That may feel exciting from a design standpoint, but from a user perspective, it's a panic attack wrapped in a homepage. Want people to stay? Help them breathe. Instead of cramming everything into one screen, use white space. Give your content room to breathe. Let your visitors scan, not decode. Think progressive reveal. What do they need to see first? What can wait until they scroll? How can you guide their eye without slapping them across the face with other things to click to? Also, don't forget accessibility. If your site relies too much on flashy visual cues, moving elements, or intricate interactions, you're unintentionally excluding folks with visual, cognitive, or motor impairments. You might be thinking, oh, that's not my audience, but I promise you, it is. And ignoring accessibility doesn't just block people from accessing your content. It makes your brand out of touch and leaves money on the table. Here's the bottom line. Simplicity is kindness. It respects your audience's time, attention span, and nervous system. And it helps them do what they came to do, work with you, learn from you, or buy from you. So before you add another moving piece, ask yourself, does this help someone take action or just distract them from it? Okay, principle 2, the science behind visual appeal. 95% of buying decisions are influenced by design. That's not just woo, that's neuroscience. The way your site looks and feels either builds trust or triggers doubt. If your homepage looks cluttered, chaotic, or too out there, the brain instantly throws up a red flag, even before they read a single word. So here's what I mean. Imagine landing on a homepage with 8 different fonts, rainbow gradients, music auto playing, and a pop-up even before you scroll. Now, compare that to a clean site with a centered headline, a short tagline, and one clear button. You feel calmer, right? That's design psychology in action. Less is more, and it's backed by science. Google ran a study that showed people consistently rated simpler, familiar layouts as visually more appealing. Even if the content was identical, users trusted the version that looked easier to understand. This is because our brains can only process about 5 to 9 chunks of info at once. When your homepage blasts your nervous system with competing visuals, it's like trying to fill out a medical form during a fire drill. That's why clean design feels more beautiful. They're easier on the brain, and that creates trust. Stick with what works. I know the rebel in you wants to stand out. Me too. But simple doesn't mean boring. People spend most of their time on websites that look a certain way. Clean nav bar at the top, logo to the left, call to action, the center stage. They've formed what's called a mental model. And if your site forces them to relearn how to interact, they bounce. You want your homepage to be like a good handshake, confident, clear, and not trying too hard. Visual hierarchy equals visual trust. Instead of dropping everything on the user all at once, think of your homepage like a magazine cover. Big bold headline, one featured offer, clean sections underneath that guide the eye. Just show what they need, when they need it. This progressive reveal style keeps people curious, not overwhelmed, and it turns browsers into buyers. Okay, principle 3, positioning. Say what you do, who it's for, and why it matters. Because here's the deal, you've got 5 seconds. If your homepage doesn't immediately tell someone who you are, what you do, and why it matters, they're gone. Visitors aren't scrolling to figure it out. That first section, the above the fold, is prime real estate. It's not just pretty design, it's your elevator pitch, your value proposition, and brand promise all wrapped into one. Think of it this way. You land on a site with swirling galaxies, soft pink aura, and 5 paragraphs about awakening your divine timeline. But you still don't know what the hell they do. Do they offer readings, courses, a cosmic hug? Mystics who speak in spiritual cliches and poetic vagueness may seem enlightened, but if your audience has to guess what you offer, they're not sticking around to find out. Your website works much the same way. The top of your homepage should clearly answer, what problem do you solve? Who do you solve it for? How do you do it? And what result or transformation can they expect? That's your positioning in action. Your value proposition should be front and center. Tired of X? Here's how I can help you achieve Y. Use a real-life tone, not a mission statement generator. So, not sure what to say? Ask yourself, who do I serve? What transformation am I really offering? How would my dream client describe the result? For example, I help intuitive creatives turn their side passion into a sustainable business without burning out or selling their soul. That's tangible. That's a promise. Now, guide them forward. Once someone sees who you are and what you offer, they need to know what to do next. No riddles, no hunting for buttons. If your call to action is hiding in the footer, it's like telling someone about your amazing new tea blend and then walking away without offering a cup. So show them. Book a free consult, take the quiz, browse the Oracle decks, join the portal. Whatever it is, make it a glowing arrow. And don't forget, let your real voice come through. If you're a barefoot mystic, don't write like a boardroom strategist. If you're woo curious but business savvy, don't dilute your edge by copying spiritual cliches. Drop the vague inspirational quotes and speak like you, a real person helping another person solve a specific problem. Okay, let's bring it home. By applying these 3 principles, you're not just cleaning up your homepage. You're creating an online space that actually works. One that's easy to navigate, quick to understand, and feels like a breath of fresh air. Because your homepage isn't just decoration, it's a decision-making tool. And in a world full of noise, the real flex? Clarity. While the internet keeps changing its hair color every few weeks, human brains haven't changed much. We're still wired for simplicity, focus, and flow. So if you're ready to stop overwhelming your visitors and start leading them like a pro, I've got your back. I've created the one-page website template specifically for spiritual entrepreneurs and creative mystics who want ease without looking basic. Tap the next video to see how it works and how it can help your site convert without chaos. And until next time, stay magical.